those of you who have been watching the racing on my Discord streams will know roughly how we've been doing this season already. But we are 10th of December, so we are just coming up to Abu Dhabi, the last race of the season in 2027. So I figured it'd be good to give you a bit of an overall on where we are. Now you can see, theoretically, we still have a terrible car, just as we did at the beginning of the season. But you'll notice that we did get significantly better at certain bits. And this is what we have essentially done. We have focused on trying to get performance out of the car. You saw a little bit of that on the last episode of this. But how did it work? Did it work? Obviously, last time we made the huge decision to bring in Kimi Antonelli in the middle of the season. Changing that up, we are bringing in back Oliver Bearman at the end of the season to come into seat 2. But we gambled on bringing Kimi Antonelli in to see if that would turn our fortunes around a bit. And yeah, how did it go? Well, let's have a look at some race performances. So obviously where we left things last time, I can't remember exactly where we left things last time, but I think it was round about Suzuka. Might have been China. This is roughly where we started changing up the parts on the car to our newer parts, and the impact it did what we wanted it to do, which is we started scoring points and doing points reasonably well. So you'll notice that if we pop down here, we were suddenly starting to creep up to the 13th. That was the last Bearman race, I'm guessing. Miami, where we brought in start change. No, it's after Miami. That's still 17th, 18th. Oh, Imola. It's Imola. Imola is the first time we really changed up parts, I think. No, might have even been later than that. I think it might even actually have been we were running on bad parts right up until about Budapest, Silverstone maybe. Biaz, thank you for the subscription. Maybe it was anyway, so it's somewhere about here, I think, that we started bringing Kimi in, and you'll notice with the new parts that was where we started to knock some points in. As we managed to roll out all the new parts, that trend continued, and we were really trying to just snipe points. So we were picking up 5th places, and then this is our best result of the season. Are you ready for this, chat? Remembering that Kimi Antonelli is in fact Italian. Look who won in Monza. Now, granted, we got somewhat lucky with that. We had the absolutely perfectly timed safety car after everyone else had already stopped. And basically that gave us enough of a lead that it meant that we were able to not stop again, and everyone else had to stop one more time, and the BMWs just couldn't quite pull it back. But yeah, we actually managed to get a race win on Monza. Haven't had one since. We did manage to get a couple of podiums though. So we got a 2nd place in Singapore, 2nd place in Austin, 3rd in Brazil, 3rd in Las Vegas. And anyway, cumulatively, what does that mean? Well, remember that right at the beginning of the season, we were 21st. We had the worst car on the grid, and Mercedes somewhat improbably wanted us to somehow finish 4th. 10 races into this season, it might even have been 11 races into this season, we were last with 0 points. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we, as we go into this last race of the season. We have picked up 262 points in total over the last 14 races or so of the season. Which means not only are we going to hit 4th, we are almost certainly going to finish 3rd. Which, if you told me that at the beginning of the season, I would not have believed you. It was a massive gamble with this strategy of just essentially throwing away the entire first half of the season to try and rebuild all the facilities. It was an even bigger gamble bringing in Antonelli halfway through the season. But yeah, we were beyond dead last, if that was possible. In terms of drivers, in terms of how good Kimi Antonelli has been, he is 5th in the drivers' standings. Now, does it tell us how many races he's actually raced this season? Give his stats there anywhere? I feel like it should. It'll tell us how many races he's been. Right, well, he's had 7... Right. For reference, 262 in this year's F1 would put you 5th. It's somewhat fortunate teams are so stratified. It absolutely is. We have benefited massively. I don't know how many races. You'd think it would just say this is how many races he has done. It is basically just under half a season. We have been incredibly lucky here. If you look at a lot of what's helped is Williams, Sauber, McLaren and Aston Martin have been sniping each other madly for points. And they've fallen off slightly towards the end of the season. Whereas we've just been consistent, obviously, in the back half of the season, which has really helped us. We got lucky, in fact, because actually we just about managed to pick up some points before our mid-season review. And we were, I think, 8th going into the mid-season review, and I just scraped through the mid-season review. And yeah, Red Bull and BMW have just been dominating at the top of the table. Like, generally speaking, if we have taken points off of them, it's because one of them fucked up. And it's either been us or Haas that has been there and able to prosper from it. There was an incredible race. I can't remember which race it was. People who were watching on Discord might remember. Which was the one on when I was rounding up the season on Saturday or Friday. With all the DNFs. It was pretty insane. Was it Brazil? So Brazil had 6 DNFs. Was it the US? Was it Austin? Yeah. Everyone below 13 DNF'd. There was, I think we had like, how many safety cars? Like 4 safety cars? Like massive pile-ups all over the place. But that was a good race for us. We actually managed to split those. Again, just better tyre management and knowing what we're doing. Anyway, let's do this last race of the season. Because alongside this, what I did have to do was go slightly long on parts for this season, longer than I would have liked. What I've ended up doing is, and I'm not particularly proud of this, I did quite literally get a piece of paper out and work out against the calendar how best to structure every single bit of research so that I could maximize as much as we could in the more limited time we had. The net result of that has been that actually we've done reasonably well on research. So this is our last batch of research, and it'll all finish your note just as we come to the end of it, of the period. And actually we've managed to get at least 3 in on every single part. So yeah, it's I think we will be okay in car terms next year. I think, but we will see. But let's get this last race out of the way, and then while we're racing, we could discuss, yeah, the Grand Prix, because it was fun. I'm going to go for the big rewards. I think we can pull this off. The other interesting thing I have learned about this, by the way, is the one advantage of having a couple of areas where your car is good and the rest of the areas where it's bad is obviously that leads to a very low ranking in overall grid terms, which means that even though your car is actually performing in the bits that you really need it to perform in terms of estimating the race targets, the game still based that off of the overall car ranking. So he is listed here as 18th. I will guarantee you that Frederick Vesti will at most finish just outside the top 10 unless he crashes. So it's actually been a bit cheesy, but it's kind of worked for us.
The season draws to a close here with the Abu Dhabi.
So let's get ourselves a setup in. Car parts. We've also been pretty decent on car parts. We've been lucky actually that we haven't really had any major smashes. Vesti almost totaled the car in one practice, and I think we did third one race on stream, didn't we? Because it went really stupidly bad. But generally speaking, done all right. Rules changes for next season. No rules changes, I don't think. They all got voted down. So we want 3, 9.5, 4.6, 3.4, 0.6. Run plan of as many laps as you would like, sir. Get optimal, we can just leave you out. Our setup is 3, 9.5, 0.6, 3.4, 0.6. You remember one bird? Yeah, we birded one race, I think.
And green.
Do we have practice parts? So we kind of do. I mean, the other thing that we've really done this season is this has been an absolute slog of micro. So it's things like only running them in P1 practice because we've just needed to not spend on parts. I think we're still going to end this season in the red, but not stupidly in the red, and our entire factory won't be on fire this time. In fact, I've actually managed to squeeze in upgrades. I've upgraded our race simulator to maximum because we've got affiliates signing, and I'll talk us through that at the end of after this race. But we're probably, I think, going to finish with about 20 million in the bank. Means we'll start next season about 10 million in the red, I think.
Is you okay?
Bad setup, don't see that very often.
Copy that.
That would be because I did the settings based on Belgium, which was probably a mistake in hindsight. But I think this might still work out, because I bet you the feedback should take it into the right categories. Yeah, note to self, chat, don't configure yourself for Abu Dhabi based on Belgium. They are very different locations overall. No, I think we're going to have to start this again. very different places, Abu Dhabi and Belgium. In the grand scheme of things. That's 5, 12.5, 3.7, 3.3, 9.5. Let's try that, shall we? 9.5, 3.3, 7, 1.5, 5.0. Abu Dhabi is Belgium Grand Prix confirmed. Yeah, Belgium DC, DLC, yeah. Let's try it again.
You're loud and clear.
But yeah, this season has probably been the most I've ever microed a year in F1 Manager. Just in terms of really calculating how many engineers to throw out research at different points to get it to finish. Things like just before a race day, so you don't lose the 4 days over a race day. So yeah, it's been super micro. I will also admit that I have slightly abused the research thing, because what you can actually do is, how research works in this game is the amount of engineers you do reduces the amount of benefit you get from research, because research is essentially a calculation based on how long you get people to research things. So obviously the more engineers you can use, the more projects you can throw in, which you get money, you get experience for. But actually, if you run research longer, you cumulatively get more experience for it. What I did notice a while back, and we tested this on I don't know if we tested this on stream, but we definitely did on the Discord, is if the game calculates how much research you're going to get for that research session based on what your settings are after day 1. So you can do, if you're feeling slightly sneaky, a bit of cheese, is you set your research with 1 engineer, then you let the game advance 1 day. By that point, it's calculated how much research benefit you're going to get. And then you immediately dump another bunch of engineers on the project, which speeds up the project completion, but it doesn't recalculate how much research benefit you will get from it. I have tried to not abuse that too much, and obviously normally when we play I don't abuse it at all, but there has been a bit of a needs must on that this season, because frankly the idea that we were at the start of the season asked to finish 4th with the worst car on the grid was somewhat farcical. Didn't know there was an Indonesian GP. Didn't there used to be an Indonesian GP? Have we ever had an Indonesian GP? Feel like we have. Yeah, last held in 1993. First held in 1976. No, there was an Indonesian one as well.
How's the balance?
Held twice. In open racing. Formula Brabham category in 1993. I knew I'd watched one. Or at least read about one. Yeah, it's not F1, but it is a Grand Prix. Yeah, I suppose Malaysian would be the F1 equivalent, wouldn't it? Anyway, did anyone see what Antonelli's feedback was? Because I wasn't actually watching the screen at the time. Not that it matters, because we'll change anything up at end of practice, but... It came back great. Okay, well, we might be alright then. We can always do another change-up. I mean, the thing is, we're not going to use these parts again, so we can just run them. We might as well push for, like, maximum driver prep for both drivers, to be honest. Because they're not going out on these parts again. It's the last race of the season.
Okay, check a flag.
See if we can go out on a high. So he's on a 93. I reckon we can get that optimal. So that is a optimal, great, optimal. Suggests a 4.5, 12.5, 4.6, 3.5. And a 9.5. Gents, you are never racing on these parts again. Go have fun. Enjoy yourselves, lads.
Great.
Yeah, so Mexico Grand Prix was fun, wasn't it? Just Max Verstappen's sheer confusion at having to find out after fucking around for once. Yeah, I don't think Lando is in with a shot of the championship now. Kinda needs, unless Verstappen DNFs in a race, it's not going to happen. I think McLaren will cling on for the constructor title. I suspect Red Bull are going to finish third. And Perez not being able to do anything in his home race really emphasised how shot he is. It's a real shame for him. I think he kind of just needs to not drive for a bit, or he needs to go to a... Things he's not going to go to a lesser team. He'd much rather go youth now. He probably is
with the car?
done with his open wheel racing career maybe now.
Yeah, copy.
In all honesty, if I was Perez, I'd probably just look at changing to something just completely different. Like, he's made all the money he needs to make in life. Just go off and have fucking fun. Just find some indie team to drive for, or Formula E or something like that. Just enjoy yourself. Lawson was getting up to the kind of antics that he clearly thinks Red Bull like. He was like, look at me, I can be Max Jr. Or do a behind the scenes role. Yeah, I can't really see him doing that. I don't think he's that kind of guy. Perez and IndyCar will be entertaining given the ongoing argument between Pato O'Ward and Roger Penske as to whether or not it would be a good idea to race in Mexico. Like, if I was Indy, I would absolutely 100% be trying to find a seat for Perez. Because, yeah, you've just instantly then picked up a massive, massive boost in Mexico viewing.
Copy.
Like, why wouldn't you do it? His driver preps 100, so that's perfect.
How are the tyres? Copy.
Also, the Americans of Mexican-American cultural background. Exactly, like you put him in a car for a year. He's a marquee figure who is just gonna get you eyes. You reckon we can get that up to 100? Really tempted to see if we can. And I will admit, I'm not overly familiar with what the seat situation is like at cars in India at the moment. And I hopefully watch a lot more of it next season. F1 being competitive again, it's really finally given me the F1 bug back. I probably am going to pay for Sky next year so I can watch everything. I know the non-major US sports leagues are where slightly over-the-hill players with name recognition up. I think it's different from F1 to IndyCar. I mean, historically it is and it isn't. I mean, if you look at Mansell going there when he was world champion. But ultimately it would also depend on whether Pico was still hungry for it. Do we reckon we can get this up to 100? Let's try to run in the numbers and see if we can. So optimal, great, optimal, optimal, optimal. It says leave everything as it is, but drop that. Give it a go. He doesn't need to be out. It could be quite fun to finish the last race with everyone on 100. I'm not quite sure we'll get it, because I don't think we can quite get the track acclimatization up to 100. Maybe we can. Maybe. Let's use an IndyCar seat tracker to the Discord. Oh, interesting. The other thing that came up on the commentary, and I thought it was actually a really interesting point with regards to who gets the practice slot on the last race of the season, was that there's zero reason really not to stick Jamie Chadwick in the car.
Okay, so any issues with the car? Yeah, copy.
Because she is a Williams development driver. Do you not have enough super license points? I thought she did. I mean, I might be wrong. I thought she just about had enough. They certainly seem to think so on the commentary. Doesn't mean she does, of course, just that's what they thought on the commentary. Right, did that get up to 100 on everything? Yeah, that did. That's 100. Everyone is ready. Yeah, I don't know how we're doing this final race, but I think we will go all out for it. It's like last race. I think it depends on if she gets to count W Series twice, but my understanding was it can only be counted once. I mean, maybe that's where the misunderstanding comes from. It was also quite funny seeing Russell consistently outperform Lewis, even though theoretically Lewis had the better car parts. E3 almost up. Here, what I will do now is I should stick up a pole, prep the pole. Well, actually, let's not do it as a pole. We do it as points, don't we? Diction. Here we go. How many top 3 parts on paper? That is going to run for 15 minutes. So this is for our Mercedes next season. How many top parts do we think are going to be in the top 3 on the grid on paper? So that new prediction is up. Enjoy. This is what I'd like to see better on Antonelli next season. We could do with getting his rating categories up.
Will practice pay off for the drivers?
Because we're definitely not getting fired. Be honest about that. I'd be so angry if we got fired now. That is the best engine you've got. Best ERS you've got. Have a nearly fresh gearbox. Engine. ERS. Gearbox. Give me up some good times, lads.
Tank
Go.
green.
Go. Should be alright times, I think. That's a 122.
Negative, dash,
Best he's
negative.
slower.
And stay negative.
Do we think that's going to be good
Save a bit
enough?
of fuel, please.
Copy that.
We might need to put Vesti out again. Let's see what the Mercs do. Yeah, I think we want to send him out again. See if he can do better. You can really see here the difference, by the way, between Antonelli and Vesti. Now, granted, some of that was due to him getting unlucky on when he passed cars, but Right.
Currently P4.
Antonelli's just slightly better at
Very
handling.
lap.
Right, that's annoying because it means he's not going to get a entirely clean set of tyres for last race, but it's fine. Fine. Think he should be able to qualify on those. We are going to need to do Vesti on fresh. Go.
And green.
Go. So 121.9, that should put him through. That was faster than his first
We'll
one.
box at the end of this lap.
And Anthony's just behind him. I think we're going to be okay though. I think we will get through. I think we lower end, but I think we'll get through. Antonelli might drop out. Might just scrape it. I'm going to gamble. Let's gamble on him making it through. If he doesn't, it's overtake practice. Very close. We're going to go out. Yeah. That's annoying. Fine. He'll make it up in the race.
P1 for now. And try to
Probably
pull
a
it down
10th.
in the inlap.
Yeah, copy that.
Fine. Annoying, because I suspect we could have scraped 5th or 4th even if Antonelli had scraped through, but... sometimes the gambles don't pay off. Yeah, 8th. I think there might be a couple of grid penalties in that as well. So Piastri and Max are on grid penalties, so it depends on what they've got. Yeah, see, that would have driven Antonelli right up. Strategies. Go home game, you're drunk. We could do soft, hard, soft. Comfortably. It makes me wonder if we could do soft, medium, soft. Could, but it's a bit of a stretch. What about soft, medium, medium? I mean, allegedly same time difference. I think we go soft, medium, soft, but we know we've got flexibility in the strategy based around safety cars. So I think we need to not be afraid to change this up if we get safety cars. I think Vesti doesn't quite have the tyre ability as Antonelli, so I think he's definitely on the soft, medium. Medium? Yeah. Right, so chat, remember we have got flexibility in this on Vesti, on Antonelli. Don't have flexibility in it for Vesti.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks.
Right, last race of the season. Get me some
Anything
points,
can
lads.
happen. It's the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Well, everyone survives. Piastri's flying, but that's not surprising. I suspect Piastri's on a new engine. Those are Verstappen, so I'd imagine they're going to come out of this and win. Like, I think it'll be a Verstappen Piastri finish. We'll see. Right, DRS is enabled, so go deploy. Standard. Hello, Torty. How are you? Yes, we are racing. Say hello to everyone. There we go. Get your ass on camera. You've been outside. Yes, I know. You've got wet paws. Well done. Good for you. Everyone's proud of you. Guys, if you cannot fight each other, that would be quite nice. Her back paws also has... Yeah, they actually are this time. Credit where it's due. I think she has taken her whole body out
Let's
of the
see
house.
what happened there. Look at the Mercedes. They decide to give it a go. And the Mercedes climbs higher up the field.
Good evening, Belgian cat.
No DRS. No DRS.
Let's have a look at that. The opportunity begging to be taken.
Yeah, just about takes him. This is why I told Vesti to let Antonelli pass. Antonelli's the better driver. Last thing I wanted is Antonelli having to fight off a challenge from mate. Oh! Verstappen, touching of Verstappen's there. Hope the stewards didn't see that.
Let's take
I
a
hope the
closer
stewards
look.
weren't watching.
Let's have a look then at turn 6. It's there for the taking.
I feel like Vesti was getting fired after this race should probably not have actually let Antonelli pass. I mean, yeah, there is a... I can't remember if he's got a drive. So I know Haas approached him,
This is what we need. Exactly.
but I didn't
Good
see
job.
confirmation that he'd got it. But by that
3
point,
seconds for reference.
we'd already signed Behrman for next season. So I don't know if it just suddenly stops saying all that.
Reports of debris, apex turn 1.
Bottas, what you up to, buddy?
Car
Oh,
in the wall.
little kiss. Just kiss the wall. It'll be fine. Just a little like snuggle with the wall.
You try everything.
Right, that's optimal for...
Give it a couple of laps.
Copy.
Let's... It's time to double stack him, and Antonelli's out a bit more anyway. You know what? Go for an aggressive. And then we will pit him next lap. At this lap, we pit you. Antonelli, you are coming up to your lap. I think we probably can push you.
Your battery's drained.
Copy.
You're coming in on optimal.
We'll be boxing this lap.
Copy, box now.
Out in 9th, that's fine. Oh, we didn't manage to undercut Piastri, but we got close.
Big rush there.
My headphone cable. Yeah, what have we've discussed not eating the headphone cable.
Something's happened. Looks like the Alpine.
Oh! Yeah, that is the correct reaction. I think that is an absolutely appropriate reaction. The thing is, Antonelli's effectively towing Vesti here, which is fine. Unsafely rejoining the track ever so slightly. Yeah. I doubt you'll see a more unsafe rejoining of the track than that, to be fair. Everyone's running fine on that. Let's put you back on neutral. Need to watch the fuel slightly, but I think we'll be fine. Give it deploy. See if we can get you in DRS. There we go.
Copy.
Tyres are on path. Probably leave Vesti out for an extra lap. Yes, hello. Yeah, we'll leave Vesti out for one more. Right, now we'll put him in.
Yeah.
And deploy.
Copy.
Could leave him out for a lap. Give me one more on aggressive. And this is the lap we're pitching you on. Okay.
Copy that.
Just need to slightly watch fuel. Decent stop. Out in 7th. Claire is flying. Gotta think Leclerc was pushing those tyres. 0.4 with 10 laps to go. Probably alright on fuel. Go back to neutral. Go deploy.
Copy.
And the BMWs are going to walk it. Slightly worried about fuel. Hugely worried about it.
There is a crash. Careful for debris again.
Oh, game is now accurately modelling Liam Lawson. So I'm actually going to conserve now, because we're getting a tow off Piastri.
Go on to high fuel.
Hard is Piastri on? Yeah, he's on hard, so he's probably at this point got the tyre advantage on us. We might get away with that. Fuel is never a problem, we all signed the NDA. Yep.
Yes, let's go.
That's a 1.3. Best you can hold off Ocon, I'd be happy. How the hell did we get that close to Magnussen? I mean, at this point, rag the tyres. Go for it, man. Magnus has dropped off. That's a podium, baby.
P3.
I need to improve a bit the driving to be more.
Ah, grumpy Tony.
Yeah, feels better to be honest.
You're right there. It's just fireworks. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he had some good pace. Into the pit lane and leave it in P1.
Well, I think that's a successful end to the season.
What an excellent result today for the Mercedes driver.
Definitely a well-deserved podium. You've got to say their race strategy was very good indeed.
Oh, thank you.
A great display of team spirit there, as everyone...
Thanks, Karun. So, we finished comfortably third in the championship. Kimi is comfortably fifth in the championship, ahead of K-Mag. Really liked seeing K-Mag have a strong finish. We earned our maximum money. I won't miss his contract bonus losses. Kimi has earned his wages. We're not even paying him that much. He is up to an 87. Design Center needs a refurb. We're going to have to do that. So we're definitely going to start the season in the red, but there's nothing we can do about that. Would quite like to fix the factory, but it is what it is. Formula 2 championships. Lindblad wins the Formula 2 championships. Car parts dev is now locked. Only small sections of the factory are on fire, it's fine. Most of our factory has burnt down. Max wins it, BMW win it. This is what's interesting as well, it doesn't put a new team principal in. Custom Team had this to say: to hold our Constructors' Championship title for another year is such an immense honour. Well said, Custom Team. So yeah, has Vesti picked up a drive? Says out of contract. Maybe Haas didn't sign him. Our last research comes off the line. Having a sports team, but naming it Custom Team 1. Custom Team _ final. Ugh. Fix that as well, please. Like, our factory is 0% effective. At this point, we might as well actually fix that. Like, its condition is literally 0. It's just 4 guys in a field. I think we did alright there. Sixth. The fastest pit stop. Actually not bad money really for fastest pit stop. Thing is depressed. They finish with high confidence in us. Third in the championship. It's a team rating boost. And we hit our long-term objective as well. My team principal rating has soared. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Why are all your sporting directors always depressed? It's probably because I never let them work on car build, and they're all obsessed with car build. We've got an extra 1.5 from that. So we finished the season with 16 mil in the bank. So we've got some minor tech changes coming next year, but that's all. In terms of next season's affiliates, I have signed Aurelia Nabels, Bianca Bustamante, and Abby Pulling. They will be joining us next season. They're who I've got high hopes for. Abby is not quite ready for a race seat. I think by the time she's 26, she will be. But I've got kind of more hope around Aurelia Nabels because she's got a bit more. She's younger. We'll see. I guess I'm not anticipating a lot of driver changes. Where did Ferrari finish in the end? See, Ferrari, you should have not been snobby and let me take the job. So our target is 3rd. Score podiums in 20. That's less of a target than last year. Okay. They want 5th in the Drivers' Championship, though, so that's interesting. If we start on -8, that's not bad. That's better than I expected, given we had to do those last-minute repairs. Basically, if you take out those last-minute repairs we had to do, we break even. They'll be cranky about finances this month, but that's it. That's wrong. Thank you. So, driver lineup changes. Anyone interesting? Guessing not. We'll see drivers in a minute. We can have a look and see who's on the market. Who didn't get signed. Bestie didn't get signed, so he didn't get that. I'm guessing then that they renewed. They renewed Kev. And they signed Yuki. Signed Yuki instead. Damn, man. What were you asking for, Vesti? You got out Yuki'd. Right. Predictions. Let's have a look at what you predicted. 100% of those voting went that you reckon we're going to be top 3 on paper on the track in 7 to 8 of the categories. I think you are ambitious there, but let's see, shall we? I mean, we're not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so sorry. You were close, though. You were close. That is a significantly better looking car than we had before. So in car analysis terms, good on top speed, acceleration's okay, decent DRS. Going to be a reasonably close grid. Engine cooling's nice. We're not going to have a lot of engine problems. So I'm guessing BMW is still top on grid. Yeah, I mean, they're not as far behind them as I thought we would be, though, so that's not bad. Guessing Red Bull? Red Bull have not got a great car this year. Haas is decent. McLaren's terrible. Who's been putting the research in, then? Someone has. The Sauber's better than it was. Interesting. The Alpine's not bad. Right. Now I do want to redo that factory now. Response packages. Ooh, we have a tier 4 engagement package, which is kind of good value. I mean, it means we need to do 2 up fronts if we're going to do that. Need to do 3 up fronts, I think. Let me go race day. You're looking at that. I mean, the issue with that... Right, someone screen grab that. That's option 1. $24, $47, $26. The alternative is we go with that. We go with something like that. Gives us a little bit more front. I don't know. It pushes us to a high race day reliance, and I'm not overly happy with that. Maybe that would be the alternative. So that gives us slightly more on race day, slightly more on starting, and the downside is a bit less on engagement. I think maybe we go with that because that gives us an upfront start of once you take off the debt, 21 million. Otherwise, we're looking at a starting fund of 16, which just isn't a lot to work with. I think we go with this. Still not enough for us to fix the factory. At least we can get going on car parts. Okay, so what are we weakest on? Really do with some DRS. Fire preservation, not that fussed about. We've got 65 days, so we're getting 2, 2. Two, 2, 2. Get an 8 in. Maybe we don't want to get 8 in. $65 divided by 8. Someone maths me. Oh, 56 divided by 8. That's a number. 6? No, it can't be 6. 7. I think we probably go balanced. The audience participation minigame where Garrus quizzes on simple maths divisions. Yep. Well, I keep you lot around. I'm not here to do maths. Your job is. Right, I think we want to focus a bit on DRS here. And I'm going to put a little bit... I won't put the extra in yet. I'm not that fussed about... Our engine cooling is very good. Now let's drop you down on engine cooling. In return for a bigger boost. DRS. Never a material difference. Into margins of error at that point. Underfloor. Kinda feel like we want to scrape some more top speed out of this. Really have that much of a difference? Not really. Okay, that's round one. Don't want to repair the factory yet. I worry we're going to get some other facility damage. Drivers. Kimmy, what are you developing on? Pretty good on that these days. I'll argue cornering and braking is more important for you. Ollie, how you doing, buddy? Nice to have you back. Let's get you on driving standards. I think. Great strategy. Billiards. Abby, nice to see you again. How you doing? She's down to average dev right now. Pace long runs. He's down to average. Pace short runs. Down to average. Game, please. Why you do this to me? Why sad? Why sad? Why are you unhappy with me? Fuck you, Enrico. Two years. You know, attitude, Enrique, and you get fired. Ollie was playing Mario Kart second half of last season. So in game, I'm deciding to role play it. That actually, what we did was we told him that you're going to get the seat next season, but we need someone to do a lot of simulator work on next year's car. So that's the price of it. Antonelli's coming in seat 1. You are stepping back for 6 months to just absolutely focus on next year's car. 40, I know you are happily snoozing here, but I can't feel my arm anymore. Right, we'll go with that. We're going to get rid of some of these rests. Sleep when you're dead. Done, James? Yeah, so still Max and Theo, Oscar and Ocon, Maggers is now with Sonoda. We've got Antonelli and Behrman, Ricardo Russell. I think that was Aston Martin last year as well. Yeah, I don't think there's any other driver changes. Please tell me Abby got a seat. Oh, did Abby win it? Can't get a seat if she won it, can she? Oh, none of our drivers racing. Annoying. That is annoying. Okay. So standard strategy, we're going to push both of those. And I think this is where we push. Again, we're not going to push on engine cooling. I'm more than happy with our engine cooling. We're good on engines anyway. You're right there, Torty. That was a big sigh. Big sigh for a little Torty. Got design center refurbed. I think maybe we redo the factory now. Yeah, hello. Hello. What's that? Maybe we don't. We still aren't great on cash, given we're going to have to start building some parts soon. We are heading into a race after this, so... Let's do one more. Next ATR is 25 days. Theoretically get 3 projects in that time. I think we go 2. This is a race part, so it gets lighter. Third chassis in. This is a race chassis. Sleep happily dreaming of the inconvenience it's just causing pretty much. Not minimum lifespan change on this. Oh, we do that on the next screen, don't we? I think we do that. And that's a good balance overall. Might drop the engine cooling again, squeeze a bit more performance out of this. Three engineers on it. Random side note, I've met Abby Pulling. She was at the London E-Prix doing an FIA Girls on Track roundtable thing. I ran her there doing a pit lane walk. Oh, nice. Well, next time you see her, tell her that despite Torty's best efforts, you might try and win the championship with her. Sponsor plan. So, oh, we are going to get some mandatory money in 6 weeks. That is nice. Driver mentality affected on Nobels is not a problem for us. Probably give them... I mean, scouting stems towards no issue for us. It is the point in the season we can take some pit crew fatigue. Let's do that. Right, that is underfloor 3. So we could start building underfloor 3s now because we are onto chassis 4, which is our final iteration of the chassis. We could start building underfloors now. When's the next Grand Prix after Bahrain? really matter when we're going to race some tier 1 parts for these first few races, let's be honest. Me too. Right, pit crew training. Are going to get a bit of stats drop off. Everyone is going to be tired at the end of all this, but are they tired at the right points? Yeah, that's alright. I'm going to drop one of them out. Go pit stop balanced. That's a tired car, not the pit crew. Well, you know. Right. We're gonna go low target for these.
Welcome to Sakia. Doesn't it feel good to
What
be
if I
back?
gave you a tiny bit of bonus?
As we
food?
start a brand new
I
season,
get my arm
the
back
slate is
temporarily if I
wiped
did
clean,
that?
and the team's prepared to make an instant
What do you think?
impact heading into an exciting year.
What teams learned in pre-season testing will be put into practice now, with all of them hoping they make the right calls with the data they have.
It's time then for another thrilling weekend of F1 drama.
Oh, hello, Napoleon. I'm amazed how fast you can move. Little bit of food hitting the floor. Incredible bursts of sudden speed from the other room. Oh. Oh, it's a bit better. It'd just be so much easier if she'd just sit in a sling. But no. Or on my lap, but no. Just on my lap downstairs. Just up here. She's like, no, I must be held. Right. Also, I need to rename some drivers. So we have Antonelli. Oh, Jesus. Typing with pins and needles is interesting. Kimi Antonelli. And Ollie Behrman. We are in Bahrain. In theory, we are going with 4.5, 11, 6.4, 3.35, 0.35. Four 4.5 and 11, 6.4, 0.35, 0.035. Okay, gents, don't crash my shiny new car. My shiny new car, please. Let's see how you can do this. Wonder if the guy who animates the mechanics who play air guitar here knows the guy at Larian who animates characters who pick locks in BG3 without touching them. Yeah, no, it is definitely a trend. Audio is using my desk microphone. No, it might have just been me moving away from the microphone. Does it sound better now?
How are the tires?
Let's do all we can to get some temperature in these tyres.
Keep temperature into the tires.
Like, your microphone should be alright.
Margin to the curb.
Copy.
Sound got better when I fixed my microphone. I mean, this is... Oh, you can't see it through the camera. That's the microphone. So if I do this... I'm over here talking to the cats. You're going to get low volume. That is the downside of not using the headset. Not using... Ooh!
Nothing wrong.
Putting Pato in, are they?
far. Whoa! And around they spin. And once
How
it
do we
started,
do that?
they were pretty.
But using a headset mic. No, I mean, use the standing mic these days. It's why you'll also sometimes get the audio change, because if I come on again, you can see, is if I lean in like this when I'm thinking, I have to remember that I've now moved away from the microphone.
Happy to stay like this.
And I have to go, oh no, wait, I need to move back here. So, in a way, the tortie is actually quite useful. I thought the standing mic was Napoleon's podcasts. Yeah, I mean, he lets me use it though. 88. Let's see if we can do Ollie better than that. So that is a great, a good, and an optimal. I might watch some Columbo later. What Columbo should I watch later? I'll watch Columbo while I'm playing EU4. Got quite a good Sweden game going on. You are on optimal. Brilliant. You can just stay out.
Copy.
Yeah, I feel like a Columbo later, I think.
Tyres are on the cold side.
Try to keep temperature into the tires.
Interesting, you can see the performance difference between Antonelli and Behrman. As a 6.6 of a second gap. Maybe even higher.
tyre temp is still on the cool side.
Can speed up to keep some temperatures.
It's annoying when that last message overlaps with the one that should give feedback. We don't get feedback. I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference because we'd have been running into end of P1 anyway, but it'd be nice to know what we were looking at.
So you know the drills, you know what to do to build that temperature in the rear tyres.
Taking the flag.
Okay, that's P1. 97 and a 90. 90 is not bad. We need to work out what their driver prep levels are. I mean, we probably can get that higher, given that we're going to run him for a bit anyway. Ollie, you are now on great, a good, an optimal, great, and a great. 5, 11, 5, 5, 4, 5, 0.65. Yeah, it's within params. Go out and do a lot of laps. Build up some car knowledge. There you go, gents. So yeah, I mean, the temptation's going to be to maybe move Behrman to new parts before Antonelli, because they'll get a better performance boost out of it. Kinda depends on how competitive we want to be. My gut feeling is maybe we want to just not be pushing too much this year. This is really year 2 of a rebuild.
Is the car okay?
Okay, he's on an optimal
Okay,
now,
that's good.
so we'll run him to 40 minutes. Antonelli's going to hit peak at 40. He won't be bad at 40, so we'll run him till 40. I will basically run into a track knowledge.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
Dragovic spin. Bearman, you can come in. And Antonelli, you can come in because now you're onto marginal gains. So the key thing we need to do now is post P3 is see what their key points are. So obviously there's no point pushing an awful lot of driver prep if it's not going to push them into a new bracket. We kind of know what their minimum to be in a blue is. Blue category is where we want to go.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Lawson, good to see you still spinning away there.
Yeah, I f***ed up, sorry.
Yeah, you kind of did there, Liam. Not gonna lie, that was definitely a fuck up. Okay, that is P2 and everyone is race ready. So, onto the softs, two mediums for the race. 85 and 82. Dash out. Go.
And green.
We give them a few laps here. Okay, now come in. So in theory, that's a vaguely race pace lap. In theory. I'd like to be seeing that ideally in the top 10, but we'll see. Like, everyone else will probably be pushing a bit, so I'm not too fast. We'll see. Depends on how much people are pushing in practice, I guess. Generally, if the gap between Bearman and Antonelli ends up being about 0.3 seconds, that's not bad. Yeah, we'll see how we do in Bahrain. I'd rather not have to rush new parts onto the car if we can avoid it. I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be alright, but we'll see. '86, '83. So let's see how this stacks up. Okay, so 86 is going to get Antonelli into his zone. Interestingly, we're not going to get Behrman into his zone unless we go right to the top of his prep. So for Behrman, okay, that means we can probably be giving at least someone P1 practices for Ollie's car. Might mean we end up buying parts for Ollie, but it's worth it if it means that we've actually given some practice minutes to resume. We go, Abby.
Now it's time to see.
Right, let's see what these cars can do. Give it a go. Give it a go. That should be a cleanish run.
We're boxing at the end of this lap.
Copy.
That's a 128 from Behrman, 128.8 from Antonelli, which makes that a 129.2. Okay. Let's see how that stacks up.
There's a yellow flag now.
Yeah, Behrman's probably going to need the new parts. Like he's going to get through Q1 here. We are going to need to run him on fresh tyres in Q2. Which we're not going to have to do for Antonelli, I don't think. So he's on fresh soft. You're on used softs. Give it a go.
Green light.
On to 8.6. That's a better time. I mean, granted, Antonelli's on used soft. But that is a better time. I think that should be both of them through. Behrman's not going to trouble the top 5 or 6 in Q3. But Antonelli should be able to. He's got the better tyres. He's on fresh soft. You got 2 runs on used softs, Behrman. See what you can do, gents. Antonelli got stuck though. He got stuck on that corner.
Positive on the brakes on the way in.
Copy.
That's annoying.
Currently P2.
Good laps.
That again. Right, that is a cleaner lap.
Scores P7.
He's still underqualified on that, but
Currently P4.
Yeah, copy.
well, you are the race leader in qualifying because you've got to include an if clause, yep. Could have been better in qualifying. That's some nice race strategies. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be pushing on some tyres, but I'll push on the tyres when I want to push the tyres, not when it tells me to push the tyres. BMW seem like definitely not lost the advantage they had last year. No, they're still very good. Starting on the mediums is actually quite tempting. Because we're going to have the DRS advantage early on, where we can just use DRS to boost up. Maybe we do start on the mediums. I think we do. Okay, gents, we have a lot of flexibility in this strategy. And I mean a lot.
Welcome back, everyone. The final. Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
Up to aggressive.
So let's manage the tyres.
Who's on what?
Copy.
Okay, so a lot of people started on the mediums, couple on the soft. That car sponsored by CrowdStrike. Yeah, there was a bit of daredevil driving on that, wasn't there? If Antonelli catches up to Behrman, he lets him through. Like, you do not fight your teammate. You are driver 2 here.
Copy.
Mercedes are actually sponsored by CrowdStrike. Yeah, that's true. Safety car?
Safety car deployed. B-charge on.
Who did the what now?
Positive.
Yeah.
Just positive straight line braking.
I mean, safety car on lap 2 is less useful to us.
Not entirely sure what happened, but it seems like it was Logan Sargent. That's like a genuine attempt to kill someone. And for the crew watching on in the garage, ramming speed. That really must have been a hard one to take.
Logan, brakes. You're Russell there. You're like, what the fuck? Fuck, man. What you fucking do that for?
Bit more lifting coast will help.
Copy.
Hey, what did I do to you, man? Insurance claim scam. Well, you seem that way. I guess the legit question is, does that mean that it's worth it for Behrman? It's worth considering. Essentially, we are now in a one-stop range. I think for Antonelli we stick to the 2, because Antonelli can get a lot out of those tyres. But maybe for Behrman we put Behrman now onto the one stop. I hear a tortie.
Safety car in this lap. I'll leave it to you.
Diamond too much fuel. No, it's a safety car.
No DRS. No DRS for him.
Copy.
So let's take a look at the replay. Okay, so heading into turn 1 here. And the car just locks. They were just unable to...
No DRS. No DRS.
Copy.
Oh. Ferrari's doing well.
Here's the replay. Look at the Mercedes.
Keep seeing it's
There's
Kimmy
the
saying
opening.
coffee. Does sound like it. I'm going to run it down to 2. 1.8, let's say. Basically, if we can just keep drafting off of Max. Max has got the better car.
Yeah, we can give it a couple of laps.
Copy.
Good job. Gap 2.6.
Try to increase Laiko.
Copy.
I mean, we could pit him now or hang around for another lap.
Copy.
Keep on chipping away. A couple of cars have gone off at turn 4. There is debris on the main straight.
Give me a
And
safety.
here we've got a yellow flag. Now we should be able to take a look here. Right, so this was the 4th corner. Now there's an inviting opportunity there.
Oh!
That's quite an impact between them. A bitter blow too from...
You say Max has a better car, but does he have the inbuilt yoink sign in his? No, he doesn't. That's true. Max, Ocon's going to pit shortly. I think these guys are doing a one-stop, you know? I think they are doing a one-stop.
Big rush there. Watch for debris.
It's got us P7.
Oh, yeah, that is a big, that's nasty. Behrman can actually push here. Plenty in the tyres. Go. Antonelli rather.
Your battery's drained.
Copy.
So let's follow the action going into turn 12. The opportunity's there.
Hashtag track limits.
We are ready. Copy.
We are
Always
into pit window. In you come.
And box and pit confirmed.
Copy, box.
When it's down to 0.4.
Now look, here we head into turn 2. Can they squeeze
As
by?
long as he does alright in DRS here, that's going to be a problem.
And the Mercedes climbs higher up the field. Look at the Mercedes. The gap opens up for them.
Nicely done. Right, I think we pit now. Perfect timing. Okay, out in 6th. Do a bit of deploy. One's had to have another pit stop. No, sir. Well, I don't think so. Ocon, maybe. Verstappen's going the distance. Everyone else is going the distance, basically. Sonoda's got a pit. 68 looks kind of spooky. He'll do it. I mean, Behrman's on 71.
Copy.
Problem slightly as we've fallen out of DRS. Right, we are good on fuel now, that's the main thing. Can't see us making up that time on Verstappen. Perhaps you take 4th and 6th though. I'd absolutely take this. Can we drop Norris? I bet we can't. No, not quite. Final lap, go. Oh, I think Norris is just going to take him. 4th and 6th I'll take. he pipped him. Oh, Norris got it back.
Check flag. Okay, P4. Build from here.
Yeah, I tried my best, guys.
Oh, Ollie, you let him have it. Oh, come on. Forced off the track.
Flagger.
Taking the flag.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
The Mercedes driver leaves the cockpit after a well-fought race.
Yeah, and in the end, it was a finish in P6, which will bring in a few points.
The man from down under, Oscar Piastri, heads up to our podium.
And that's win number 1 of the season. And it's sure to provide them with a real confidence boost.
Red Bull taking it's interesting.
And we've certainly kicked things off in style, here at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. I mean, basically, if you do that for the season, we'll hit target. Consistency is indeed what sponsors want. Okay, so what did that teach us? We don't necessarily need to rush on the race parts. But we do, and we can give one of our female drivers minutes. Just depends on whether we want it to be Abby or whether we go YOLO and really start pushing Aurelia. Or Bianca. Realistically, BMW and Red Bull will be fighting for first and second. Yeah, I think so. $19,512. Underfloor 3 is a building. So 19,512. Six projects. 42 divided by 6. Seven. Do you guys just say 7 no matter what I say? Feels like it. $56 divided by 6, don't say 7. There is a vast difference, gents, between 8 and 9.3. None of you are passing maths. Right, this is our first side pods, isn't it? I think we just go general on side pods. That takes us to Saudi. Okay, I reckon we can do Saudi. I think we're going to keep the 6th or highers. We're not going to be making a lot of money off of race money on this, but that's fine.
We're here in Jeddah, where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Car set up. 7. 11. 9.1. 3.5. 0. Okay, your next and most important question. Who's getting the drive? Who's getting the drive this season? Next season we can give 2 of them a drive. This season we can only give 1 of them a drive. Instinctively, I think that means that this season we should be biasing towards Aurelia Nabels or Bianca Bustamante, because they're further behind on the dev path. Abby. Bianca has good stats, but last time I saw her IRL she was going backwards into Parabolica. Realistically, Abby's going to hit 70 this season at least without us pushing her. I think it's Aurelia and Bianca that really needs to kickstart. You will want Abby. You vote 7. Aurelia. Okay, how about this? We give Abby some minutes off of Antonelli in the second half of the season. And we give Aurelia minutes over Behrman from now. How does skill development work? Does it matter for the ends if the end skills experience came earlier or later? Not really, it's just more that you're giving them more minutes in the car. So they are theoretically statting up a bit quicker. I think we're going to do that. We're going to give Aurelia minutes from now onwards. And we'll give Abby minutes second half of the season onwards in Antonelli's car. I think that's a reasonable approach. That does at least acknowledge that you'll want some Abby to get some minutes. If we can get Abby over 73, we can put her in a race seat. She won't be good in a race seat, but she'll be okay in a race seat alongside Antonelli. It means Antonelli will be the one picking up all the points. So this is a 7, 11, 9, 1, 3.5, and a 0. You see here, there's a driver development stat. All good. Car setup's fine. Car setup. This does mean we probably need to budget for a new ERS unit for both drivers if we're going to do this. So just be aware of that, chat. Don't let me forget. That's 5 million right there. The reason I could see not to go with Abby is you have an excellent car, so you'll need 2 good drivers over an excellent one and a fair one. I don't think we have an excellent car. I think we have an okay car. I think we have a car that can hit our targets, and I think that's all we really need right now. The other thing to remember is there's a much higher chance that Abby and Co are going to slam that car into the wall in practice ones. We're not running them in wet conditions, I'll tell you that much.
The car is okay.
Oh, she's not optimal. Right, you stay out then.
Okay, understood.
Tony, what are we looking at, Grumpy? What I will say is she is very good at car setup.
Balance update.
I still haven't worked out what
copy.
stats define your ability to do car setup, but she is very good at it. That is a great, good. By that. Driver engineer affinity. I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. Can't do one of those things you do for teenagers where you lock the gears of the car to first only. She's got a limiter on for insurance reasons. My glasses are filthy. Don't know why. The torty for a while, so I assume she's asleep in the bathroom sink again, because that's become her new favourite spot. Absolutely loves sleeping in the sink now. I could kind of understand it if it was summer. I assume it'd be quite cool to sleep on, but nope. Straight in that sink. Give me some feedback, Tony.
Any issues with the car? Yeah, copy.
Triple Six, thank you for the follow. Very nice of you. And appreciated. 4 minutes to go.
How's the checker flag?
Sharing anti-Bustamante propaganda in the Discord. Outrageous. Right, his driver prep's 79. Need to get him to 86, was it? Make sure he's top tier categories. That's a good setup now, so that's good. Your driver prep needs to be somewhere around 70, so you're going to go out for at least... dump the laps up and then see how you do. Same for you, Tony. There you go, gents. Go. Go.
Focus on the temperature and the tires.
He's actually a 71 already. We'll let him get up to 75. Just gives him some minutes in the car. I think Antonelli's 85. I think 85 will be fine. Five, and you come. Pretty certain 85 will be enough to be our test. We will see if that gets him out of the satisfactory or not. Only time will tell, chat. Time will tell. We'll do the just dash out in E3. Tried to get time to tell me stuff, but so far it's very silent. Thing is, whenever I think of that quote, all I can ever think of is the first video intro to Command & Conquer Red Alert, when they go back and kill Hitler. And the scientist is like, we did it, we killed Hitler. And Einstein is like, the world's changed for the better. And Einstein's like, time will tell. Sooner or later, time will tell. Yeah, entire alert series is summed up with that graphic. Yeah. Good emote. Right. Splash and dash him, and I'm going to go get a juice refill while P3 runs down. And then we will do Saudi. Go.
Angry.
And I'll be back in a minute, chap. Can confirm Torty is indeed sleeping in the sink. As one does. Left shift and speakers. Yeah, that would get you the ant missions in Red Alert, which was super cool. Well, not original Red Alert, it's a Red Alert add-on. If you've got the Red Alert. Remember add-ons rather than DLCs? Go out and buy an expansion. Those were the days. And then one day, in the middle of an RPG, a certain company released some horse armor that you could pay for online. Horse armor, chap. And a bunch of doommongers said, you shouldn't be doing this, this will bring in an age of paid add-ons. And everyone else said, don't be silly, it's just horse armor. And the horse armor people turned out to be right. For the recent re-release, you can just select them, which is somewhat easier. Way less fun, though. much more fun when you just got a little bit of a... They didn't even tell you about them. You just got a little bit of paper in the box that had some Morse code on. And if you actually bothered to look up the Morse code, because it didn't give you a Morse code character list, you actually looked up the Morse code and then translated it, you discovered about the ante. Again, the most recent Monkey Island game. I did like that in the most recent Monkey Island game you had horse armor in your inventory, and it did absolutely nothing. It was just in your inventory. Okay, yeah, 85 creeps us into the category, 75 is slap bang in the middle of his, that's fine.
Hello and welcome to the much anticipated qualifying session.
The haters said it was a terrible idea, and they were right.
High-speed
Great
street
call by the
circuit
haters there.
is
Yep.
rather prone to yellow and red flags during qualifying.
I feel like
Drivers
RTS as a
involved
genre really
often
missed a
need
trick in the 2000s.
strategists will be looking
RTS has kind of burned themselves out. I think also what it really highlighted is there is kind of an upper limit for how much innovation and change you can do in an RTS. Ultimately, build base, AI attacks you, resist attacks, go after AI. It kind of, they all fell into the same thing. You essentially turtled early and then you reached out, sent out waves of tanks. I don't think it really, people managed to work out a way of innovating out of that, so everyone just got a bit tired of them. And I think by the time you started getting some innovation back into the genre, it was too late. Everyone had moved on to MMOs for the new joy.
So negative on your delta,
126.3.
negative on your delta.
That one's faster. And suddenly got
Fox at the
caught
end
in
of this
traffic. I'm kinda hoping that's still fast enough. I think it will be. We'll see. Gambling here. Is the gamble going to pay off? Yes. It's not like FPS are more innovative and they seem to be doing fine. Yeah, they got the graphics boost though. You really saw more in terms of graphics changes, I think. The other thing that really helped FPSs in a way that didn't seem to help RTSs was the birth of online multiplayer. Like, RTS online multiplayer obviously became a thing. It was huge in its own way in StarCraft. But it didn't really have the same like, dive on, do a few games, get off again type feel to it. I think he should be fine. He just got unlucky. I don't think Bearman is though, so we're going to go Bearman on fresh softs. Because online multiplayer in RTSs requires a certain level of skill to actually be fun. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think it has a sunk cost. I'd describe it as a sunk cost. There is a knowledge sunk cost. Also, the simple fact is there's an instant gratification to it. Like, if you suck at FPSs, yes, you're going to get killed, but then you're immediately going to be back in the game and doing things again. With an RTS, you essentially just get ground down. Like, you don't lose quickly. And for games where you want that fix, that instant kind of graphic gratification, or yeah, where you might not be as good,
We'll box at the end of this lap.
you kind of need that instant fix.
I'm currently P2.
Good laps now.
I don't
Save a
think
bit
that's
of
going to get
fuel,
Antonelli
please.
through.
Copy.
That might
P7.
just...
We're boxing at the end of this lap.
I hate this track.
Yeah.
Qualifying on it's always so dodgy. Gonna be close. Just. Stellaris has that problem. If you're behind Stellaris, it's not fun because you get ground to dust. Exactly. Stellaris just has an upward curve on it. These things like EU4 have a bit of a bounce to them on the curve. Hoi 4 isn't as good on that, but it's somewhere between Stellaris and EU4. Right. Come on, Tony, give me a good qualifying. Should be a reasonably clean lap for both of them.
That's P2 at the moment. Okay, nice lap. Positive on the brakes on the way in.
Copy.
And then you can both take another spin at that. That's a clean run for Tony on his second. That's a pretty clean run for Behrman.
That's P4.
He might hold 8th with that.
Copy.
Stellaris even has that with single player. Once you're slightly ahead, you're just invincible. Yeah, I think it's slightly less prone to it in single player. There are things that can affect your curve, but yeah, not anywhere near as much. Right, what are we looking at strategy-wise? Go one stop. Yeah. I think we race for one stop. We go two if there's a safety. Like, the alternative is we two stop and absolutely fucking murder it. Allegedly slower. Okay, realistically, if we're going two stop, anywhere from around lap 12 we can slide onto softs. So note that, chat.
final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it
Right.
won't be long until we get this race underway. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
So we do have flexibility strategically here.
It's lights out, and away we go.
Yeah, this is very much going to be a Red Bull BMW bun fight, isn't it? I think we should be reasonably solid for third. Oh, they started on the softs. Interesting. And that kind of works out for us, because if we're tracking the softs on the mediums because of DRS, that's really useful for us. So we've got our medium tyre out of the way. Kind of feel like it's one of those ones where if you've got a good car and you're in front, then it does add value to you. You start on the softs. That's a tight field. Gonna need Bearman to pick some places up though. You absolutely rinsed through the fuel there. Alright, Bottas crashing will help us. Yeah, there's a wall there, Bottas. I don't like this. Motherfucker.
Flag.
The absolute worst time that could happen for us.
Yeah, I lost the car.
Yeah, you did, Carlos.
The restart is
Yeah, we
moments
must hit us
away
right now.
as the race continues. And it's lights out, and away we go.
We're currently P6. Norris just in front. Gasly behind.
Piastri's going to be stopping. No one else is. That's really annoying. Oh well, it is what it is.
Your battery's drained.
Copy. Let's lift off.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Gasly out.
Could be debris.
I got some. Oh my.
There's a corner there, Gasly.
Unsafe fuel.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be looking about 6th, 7th. It's alright.
Yes, let's go.
Another safety car and things get interesting. Essentially, the front pack have broken away. And we're alright as long as we can keep up with that front pack. Might run him light for a bit. He's pulling DRS off Norris, so... And I'll be pulling it off of Antonelli. Gonna save tyres a bit.
Copy.
Like 4th or 5th, I'd take. That's a proper car chain. Norris and Leclerc are gaining, but we're holding on better tyres. and they're not really gaining that much. They're fighting each other. Yeah, we're looking. Okay, flip back on standards now.
There's a yellow flag now.
Big accident. A
Go.
lot of debris. A lot of debris.
Yeah, it feels a bit like we're sort of best of the rest at the
How are the
moment.
tyres?
Which is fine, because we're still on starter parts. And that would put us where we need to finish, so... Oh,
Red flag,
Jesus!
red flag.
Oh, well, shit just got interesting. Oh, sandwich.
What an idiot.
And not much that the team can do about that one.
Sprint finish. On lap 48.
Here we go once more. The track is ready, and so are the drivers.
Pause.
It's lights out, and away we go.
Fucking Leroy, guys. Leroy, motherfuckers. I need Behrman not to challenge Antonelli on that first corner.
Absolutely nice track.
Copy.
Okay, go.
You can catch him.
Go on, Tony.
And this is what happened. Now this is going into turn 18. It's certainly inviting.
Oh, lovely stuff.
And the Mercedes climbs
Lovely
higher
stuff.
up the field.
Final lap. Can he scrape a podium? He's right on him. Oh, we got him. We got him at the line.
Copy.
That was
Show me that. Show me that.
P3.
No, show me the Antonelli move.
Improve a bit the driving to be more on point, but yeah, feels better to be honest.
Easy clap, never in doubt.
Mercedes driver leaves the cockpit after a well-fought race.
Don't take your helmet off. Don't
And
take your helmet off.
Thursday
They haven't
sees us
animated your
round
hair.
off today with a trophy to mark the occasion.
And as proceedings start to wind down here, what will Mercedes have made of this result, Karun?
They certainly be
Always
pleased
as we
to have
planned.
made the podium.
Exactly how we planned that
Well
race to go.
done for sure.
Okay then, and a big thank you to everyone for joining us this weekend here in Jeddah.
And for the next round, Formula One is
Don't
heading
blame them. The
down
process
under.
alone in
Exciting
animating Kimmy's
times
hair
ahead
would be
in
massive.
Australia
Yeah.
On the shores of the
If they make a
Lake.
game next year, though, that's really going to be problematic for them. That alone might be a reason not to make the game next year. That'll do. That will do. We screwed with BMW there. Ruined their day. We're going to get third here. We're fine. Kinda does make me think maybe we should just start sticking Abby in. Fastest lap 2. Yeah, there's no point for it at the moment though, because I got rid of that. It's annoying. Third is basically on lock. I mean, third is absolutely on lock, so maybe we do just stick Abby in as well. Or we do Bustamante just to really annoy Alanin. Three. 3. We're on the 1s. I mean, we could push to 4s. Remember what I'm doing on this? Oh, we've got 50 days. 1, 2. One, 2, 3, at least 4, aren't we? Why click the button? Is it time? I don't think it's time yet. We're about to start building on a lot of parts. We could push to rear wing floors if we really wanted to. It's 18th of March. Research is April. Yeah. what parts have we got hanging around? We are making another set of chassis. Front wings, we're not going higher than that on front wings. Just give me 4 front wings. Some garlic bread to go with the soup dinner. Nice. Okay. That's who we're going to get as our technical chief eventually, I think. Oh no, Doris is decent. It'll be Doris. Williams. Doris has got 9 months left in her contract. We'd probably want to snap her up at the end of this. Maybe we leave her for another round. Oh no, the memorabilia room's bust. There's some sponsorships coming in soon, shouldn't we? Sponsor plans there. Cash injection there. Okay. Fine. Timing on that's annoying, but alright. When does research open? $17th. Okay. Also 7. Yep. Problem is that the memorabilia room really needs a sample of the fire from the factory to properly display our history, and that create problems. Yeah, it's not so much a factory as it is an eternal flame. I mean, realistically, it's not massively harming us. It just means we're building parts slower. But the way we tend to manufacture parts means it's not really critically affecting us. We're not in a massive rush to engineer parts.